Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life on Purpose, a rich life without burnout. I'm your host, Krista, and I'm here with Anadria. We're here and we're so excited to share with you what we found that created a lot of ease in our life. So let's jump into it. I'll give you a quick headline here of what we're going to be covering. In this masterclass, you're going to be learning about how people around the world are creating a life on their terms. We found an offer to partner with that meets all of our needs and checks all of the boxes. It allows us to have regenerative wealth, which we're going to get more into what that really means. We're leveraging automation here. So we're tapping into a system that's already created that makes what we're doing here a lot easier. And we're also going to show you what we have here in terms of mentorship, community, and support to really set you up for success. So stay till the end because we have some very special promotions that we want to share as well. So we'll dive in. So if you're here, we want to go over who this is for. This is for someone who's open to exploring something that you can start alongside what you're already doing. So that might be you. You might already have something going on. This is perfect. Maybe you want to have more time with friends or family. Maybe you want to have more savings for unexpected things in life. Maybe you want to be of more service to other people. Maybe you're an action taker. Are you someone who has plans for their future? Are you someone who wants to change things in your life? Maybe you want to build something that fits in your life but doesn't take over your whole life, right? Something that allows you to still be you. And if you're open to trying something new, something different, then this is for you. And let's be clear, this isn't for everyone. This isn't for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. That's not what this is. And if you want results without putting in effort, nope. If you're not open to learning or being teachable, coachable, not for you. And if you're really committed to what you're already doing and you don't actually want change, this isn't for you. So if you're focused on reasons why this isn't going to work and not so much focused on why this is amazing, then that might be a sign. So who are we? As I said, my name's Krista, and I am a freedom mentor. I find so much joy in helping people discover the freedom that I found because I work when I want, where I want to. Sometimes I work from the bathtub, the beach. Um, I wanted freedom and flexibility in my life because I didn't have that before at a job where I was paid hourly. And so I was looking for something that gave me freedom, and I found it here. So that's me and Anadria.
Beautiful. Thanks, Krista. So yeah, I'm a Nadria Meadow. A lot of people have a hard time saying my name. All good if you can't get it right for a while. It's all good. I didn't always used to be in the place that I'm at, of course. So since I've been in this business, I have spoke on stages. I've traveled to about 6 different countries. I spent 2.5 months in Bali. I was able to I've moved a couple times now at this point, just like continuing to upgrade my life. And, I wasn't always like a leader in this type of movement. And where I was before was honestly struggling as a independent business owner where I had an event production business. It all collapsed during COVID. And, also I'm a musician, I'm a DJ, I'm an authentic relating facilitator, I'm a community builder. But unfortunately, a lot of these things are not consistent enough. You have to struggle and like hustle a lot to get gigs. It's this like constant like wondering like where the money's coming from, and honestly, like a lot of stress. And so when I found this business and have been able to like plug into the systems that we have to be able to make, high income commissions that, literally one sale pays my bills, it really changes a lot. It changed a lot for my nervous system. It changed a lot for the way that I show up, my personal development and who I am and how confident I am. The things that I say yes to, the things that I say no to are completely different. And the most important thing for me as well is that I was able to start dreaming again, because before I was in this business, I had completely given up on my dreams. I had let go of my intentions and goals and to become like I want to start an intentional community. I want to be living on a big property with like my favorite people, growing our food, doing the thing, that's the dream. And I did not think that that was possible anymore. And now, I've got a really clear pathway to how I'm going to get there. So we can get to the next slide. Thanks. That's me. Okay, so real quick, you're gonna hear some numbers. You're gonna hear some things, stories, testimonials about different people, about me, about Krista, about different people in our community. And none of this means that this is how it's gonna work out for you. So I just want to like make sure that that's very clear that we're not making any promises here. However, when people, put in the work and dedication and are willing to, fail forward, are able to really look at themselves and be coachable, like honestly anything is possible. So just saying that again, there's no guarantees at all on any specific outcomes. We're just letting you know what's been done and what's possible. Alrighty, so we have a leveraged income model. And before I was here, I had no idea what the heck that meant. But essentially, what it means is it means that you're doing work now that can pay you later. So instead of like doing something that's transactional, which nothing wrong with that, but instead of doing something transactional, you're able to have sort of this give and take. Like the more that you put in, the more that it can exponentially grow for you. So the model that we've chosen to partner with, sort of the way that we do this is you partner with a company that already exists, high ticket or low ticket. So some companies have, higher end products like cars, medical equipment, things like that, houses, right? The real estate industry, where you can make a lot of money per sale or low ticket where you're like selling supplements or essential oils or things like that. I have done pretty much everything. So yeah, so I love this. So then you then share about the in-demand product or service on behalf, take care of shipping. So you don't have to have a big product inventory hanging out in your house. Whoo! Let me know in the comments if anybody creates their own product inventory. Work. Also leverage ones that are done for you so that you can automate your business. It's telling me my connection is unstable, so I hope I don't disappear. And then you receive a high commission when a sale is made for your team. So within this business model, it is something where you're not the only one who is creating an income, for yourself. All right. So, like I was saying before, there's a difference between creating your own products or partnering with a proven product. So, when you make your own products, it's pretty much the throw the spaghetti at the wall game. Oh my goodness. You are just like, what is going to stick? I don't know. And then you're making a mess of pasta sauce all over everything and you got to clean it up later. And it is just stressful. So, of course, like it can take months to create, refine, and launch. There's obviously no guaranteed demand. You have to create that demand. You have to do all the marketing. You're guessing what the market wants. You have no idea. There's a high upfront investment between branding and tech and funnels and ads and development. And if you're starting like a restaurant or something, there's the upfront cost there. You're responsible for everything. You are literally wearing all of the hats. Like I have lots of hats, but I really like wearing this one. You know what I'm saying? And it's also, of course, a higher risk too. I think like it's like 90% of small businesses actually fail, unfortunately, because the amount of work that it takes to actually make something be successful is huge. It's crazy. However, if you partner with a proven product, it's like simplified starting point. They've already done all of the market research for you. They've already figured out, sort of like what to say, what not to say, what works. They already have an existing demand. So the product and the market are already validated. There's less setup, there's less cost to get started. There's systems and fulfillment that are already in place. So an order happens and they send it out for you. You don't have to deal with boxes or postal service, nothing. And you get to focus on the key activities like marketing and sales. You get to share what's exciting to you, what you love about the products, what you love about the business model. And we'll tell you more about the automation soon because you're going to love this. So this is where the leverage actually comes in. So linear sales versus leverage sales. So it's like, what the heck does that mean? So linear sales is, straight line. You sell something and you get paid once. So, you don't have any ownership over the offer. There's no opportunity for passive income. You're continuing to be like, hustling. You're always chasing the next close. And if you don't work, you don't earn anything. Whew. Been there, done that. Drop a one if you've been in that kind of dynamic. However, what I love about this is that we have actually a leverage sales model. So the freedom model. So you close a deal, you get a commission, and then you also unlock future commissions. So that allows you to actually scale your income even when you're not online, even when you are off having your best life. I just think of one of our mentors. Her name is Brooke. She went to Bali for 2.5 months and she made like close to like six figures. And she was just playing for multiple months, just hanging out in Bali while she healed from the ending of her marriage. So, drop a two in the comments if that's the kind of income that you'd like to create so that you're not just constantly on the hamster wheel, right? And let's also talk about assets, right? So this is something that, you have access to, and then you're able to like make money just in the future. It's not like, let's say you're like buying things off of eBay and then like reselling them or something like that, or getting things at Goodwill. I know people do that kind of hustle, all good, but you get it and then you sell it and then it's gone and you're like, man, I wish I had more things to sell, right? Well, that's not the way that it works here. So what leverage allows you to do is create compounding time, energy, and income. Instead of starting from zero every month, your efforts keep multiplying. So, here within our business space, we never actually lose where we get to. You get to a higher level, you're making more commissions here, and you never go backwards. I love it.
Yeah.
And then, what I was talking about earlier with sort of like the low ticket versus the high ticket model. So I did a low ticket MLM back in the day. It was a lot of hustle, a lot of starting back at the beginning, right when you started. And my commissions, like the highest commission I could make was $60 per sale. So, where I'm at right now, I mean, it would take 30 sales is that the right one? I'm trying to do no, it would be more than that. It would be 300 sales. Anyway, math. Either 30 or 300 sales. Either way, that's way more than one, right? I can make the same amount of money in one sale that I had to do a lot of hustling, a lot of staying on the phone. So, yeah, it's like you need a huge volume to make real money, which means a lot less energy, a lot more opportunity for burnout. And it just feels like you're constantly going, right? However, with high ticket models, the bigger commissions are sexy, fewer sales are needed. You're designed for sustainability and not burnout. And you're able to get the same, like a higher result for the same amount of effort that you would make. And like, I can tell you right now, when I was selling, these shakes back in the day, it was a lot of work to make a $60 commission. I'm doing the same amount of work and I'm able to make thousands of dollars instead. And I love it. I'll never go back.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's tap into the social media marketing side of what we're doing here. There are a couple ways to approach social media. We have low budget paid ads and free organic marketing. These are just some of the ways to do the business. You can also do it in person, but we have a lot of support to guide you in building your business online and using the automation and keeping things really simple and really easy. So one of the ways is low budget social media ads. So if you've ever built anything on social media, you know that you're kind of at the mercy of the algorithm, but not with ads. With ads, you're able to directly speak to the people that you want to speak to. So if you're a mom and you want to talk to moms, you can niche that down. If you're someone who likes to travel, you can hone in your ads for people who like to travel. So we have trainings and support in guiding you in starting ads. At any budget, but you can start at a low budget and they can highly support you in building your business. We also guide you in organic marketing, which is how a lot of people start. So, no worries if you don't want to do ads. Organic marketing is a powerful way to build trust with your audience. All it really is posting yourself on social media and taking advantage of the apparently 5.22 billion users. Whew, that number is too big to even comprehend. So what we have here is really a gold mine that we can do something as simple as set up a social media page, post about who we are, what we believe in, and meet other like-minded people to connect with. So we're not necessarily having to be salespeople. What we get to really be is build a personal brand around who we are. And then the secret to turning that into online income, you may have heard of a sales funnel. You've definitely been in a sales funnel before because we've all responded to ads online or clicked a link for more info on something. And that's what a funnel is. We start at the top where it's wider and we attract in people who are drawn to who we are, to the way we talk, to the way we live. And they see something that we're sharing and they're kind of drawn in. They have this awareness of us, and then they maybe build deeper interest. They go deeper and get to know us, maybe look at more of our posts, or maybe click in some links and maybe even go down into the decision route and get some more education on what it is that we're offering through the funnels that we have set up here. And they might even take action from there, and you can make a sale. So that's how it works. And here it is laid out step by step what people get to experience through the automation that we offer. So, say you have a website, a social media page, and you're promoting and you have a link. So someone clicks the link and it brings them through into our platform, which is automated. They get text message reminders automatically. You don't have to do anything. They get to watch a webinar or other educational videos that will teach them about either the business or the products based on what funnel they went into. From there, they have an option to book a call with a specialist, not me, someone else who's been in this business longer than me, who knows so much about it. And they get to have a one-on-one conversation with a specialist and learn anything they want to know, ask any questions, and really get personalized support. And again, this is all part of the funnel they're going through. And then from there, they have reminders and updates, and they can sign on and purchase products and join your team. So that is all handled for you through this system. It makes it so easy. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity, right? So we have an issue here and we also have an opportunity to solve. So who here, put a one in the comments if you want more of your job to be handled through automation so you can live more of your life. Big one for me over here. And yeah, we have a lot of problems in the world, right? We have health problems. We have weight problems. People are addressing longevity, wanting to live longer, healthier, more fulfilling lives as they live longer. We're looking at preventative medicine, disease, environmental impacts, single-use plastics, chemicals, toxins, and of course, income and inflation. So this is just a quick list of some of the problems that we're facing in the world. And we're actually able to help with quite a number of those issues with the products that we offer today. So this nasty slide is just showing you what some of the pipes can look like. And here's some stats. I'm not going to read through them all, but they're just showing you some of the health effects that we are facing in this world, in this country right now. So these are real valid issues that your average American, your average person in the world is facing: health issues, financial challenges. We see what's happening with the jobs market and with AI. We're seeing what's happening with just inflation and trying to keep up, right? And on top of that, all these medical conditions and stresses. You got to pay your medical bills. So anyway, stressful shit. Let's move on to the hopeful part because that's where I'm at. And then Audrey, I forget where I'm supposed to switch off to you. So feel
About
free to
three
chime
slides ago.
in. Okay, perfect.
All good. You're on a roll. Keep going, babe. I'm loving it.
Okay, cool. I feel chatty. Well, we got all these problems. We got all these solutions. We partner with Enagic. Enagic is the company that we are partnered with. And here are these beautiful photos of the products that we sell. They're true income products. They are high-end wellness products to optimize your body's ability to be in its highest health, as high as it can be. So we're not here to fix anything. We're here to support you. And we've got so many amazing products to help. And then we also have the income side, which is huge. This is what so many people in the world want. This is really where a big part of my passion for building a team in this space is all about. Because think about the impact we can all make when we are all truly abundant with financial wealth in the way that we can support ourselves and our communities. And that is exactly what's happening in this space. Let me tell you, it's so inspirational to see the way that this income model is blessing so many people. So, to you and Adria.
Beautiful. So I love Enagic. So I'll just share that I'm neurodivergent. And so I find the problem with every single thing. And so far, after 4 years of being with this company, I have not found a problem. And that's really saying something because, even when I worked for an environmental nonprofit back in the day, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Didn't feel good. I don't like how they treat their employees, all these different things. But truly, this company is epic. So they're a 50, I think that's 52 years old now. They're a 52-year-old company. They actually expanded during COVID when the world shut down, and Nagic actually grew, like had exponential growth. And because they actually are an OEM, which means that they're an original equipment manufacturer. So they even build their own boxes. Like every single piece is like from the beginning of creating one of these machines until the end, it pretty much hangs out with the same person. And it's incredible because what that means is that there's no supply chain issues. We heard a lot of that during the pandemic. And there's like less than 10% of companies globally that are actually OEM. Since this company is from Japan, if you know anything about Japanese companies, they think about longevity. They're not, I love America, but they're not like America, right? Where we're kind of thinking about like tomorrow and not the next 500 years. This company has a plan for the next 500 years. And in the last 4 years that I've been with them, they've actually created, I think, like 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 new products because they keep solving solutions or solving problems rather that the world really needs solved. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They have zero debt. That's also huge. I don't know if anyone's heard about some of the different MLMs that ended up actually going out of business because they just didn't invest their money correctly. And so then the company went bankrupt and everyone lost their income overnight. That will never happen here. And then Enagic also, in order to be like a longevity company, they're not just like just kind of like building profit and doing their thing. They are actually reinvesting a portion of every sale into high income or high interest, what's it called? Like investments. So it's super smart of them to be able to take the income that comes in and diversify it so that they are creating more and more stability within their company. Um, what yeah dude exactly 100% that's crazy. They also pay greater than 50% of the commissions, which is really amazing. You do not see that in normal direct sales. It's about 10%. So invite your friends who are in sales, my friends. We have willable income here as well. So this company is about increasing the health and wealth across the globe. And they do that by allowing you to actually will your business to your children or to a foundation that you care about so that it's about like creating the generational wealth, right? Creating a bigger impact over a longer time. They are also in the Direct Sales Association. So they are, which is again less than 10% qualify in the United States. I also love that this company is global. We are literally in pretty much every single country in the world. So you can go anywhere in the world. You can make friends with friends in, Korea or Japan or Bali or Australia or whatever. And they would be able to purchase a machine from you and potentially start here in business as well. So best things about this company is that, this is also like a sustainable zero waste product. So if you think about how much bottled water, you've heard about that garbage patch out in the middle of the ocean there. This solves that problem. If you like friends, don't let friends drink bottled water. I'm just telling you. And what's really amazing too is just the longevity of the products as well. So, the Kangen machine itself actually will last 30 plus years. There are ones who I think I've heard like we've got like 32 years or something like that. So long as you take care of it, which we teach you how to do that. So let's end the plastic pandemic together. What do you think? Drop a one in the comments. Let me know. And then I'll turn it back over to you, Krista, to talk about our amazing product suite. It's going to blow your mind.
Yes, the Life of Purpose product suite. These are our amazing products from Enagic. First off, we have to mention the most popular product, the K8 Kangen Water Ionizer. This is a machine that produces hydrogen-rich water, which is the most powerful antioxidant. It creates a variety of different types of water, including the 2.5 hypochlorous acid, which is a disinfectant. It also produces 11.5 water, which is an oil emulsifier. It's great for cleaning produce. Yeah, it's an incredible machine. It can save you over $100,000 over the lifetime of owning it. I don't have to buy cleaning products. I don't buy laundry soap. I don't buy face toner. I don't buy mouthwash. I don't buy hand sanitizer. I have a Kangen machine. Yeah, so I also have an Ines spa. It is absolutely the most incredible in-home spa remineralizer. So this is for your shower and your bath. It's one unit and it not only filters out your water, it removes chlorine and bacteria, which is can create healthier skin, but also it remineralizes the water with a ceramic filter that has active charcoal and actual stones from a hot spring in Japan in a blue zone. So the Inespa is one of our top sellers as well. We also sell the Ukon supplement. Ukon is Japanese for turmeric. And I have to say, this is our sort of like silent but deadly product because I'd say people don't talk about it very much, but people love it. Okay. I love it. It helps me with nervous system regulation and mental health because those are all inflammation-based issues, right? So Ukon helps it's obviously a powerful antioxidant. It's an antibacterial. It's anti-inflammatory. Our product is harvested from the spring and fall turmeric. It's 90% bioavailable, and we sell it in a couple different forms. We have soap, we have tea, and we have capsules. Next up, I'd love to tell you about the M Guard. It is a newer product, but I have to say it's quickly becoming a very, very popular one. It is a harmonizer for EMFs and harmful frequencies. So what it does is it releases a frequency that harmonizes the environment around you. And we also released a new version of this. So this photo is actually an old one that plugs in, which we still have some of, but we also have a newer model that is a portable device. So anywhere you go, you can have EMF protection. And it actually also comes in a 2-pack, which is amazing. And then we also sell the Kangen Air, which is our air purifier. That comes in a 4-pack, which is incredible. And it kills mold, bacteria, viruses. It decreases allergens. And it's a zero waste product. There's no filters to replace. So again, the products that are sold here are such high quality, and the environment is considered from the packaging to the use, everything. So, quick before I go to the next slide, I want to let you know that you can earn back your health investment with just 3 sales. So Anadria is going to go into more of the numbers around that since she has it all fresh in her mind.
I sure do. I love, love, love the numbers. And real quick, I want to just like nerd out real quick. I have a science degree. And so I love the science of the water. I love the science of the Anespa, the M Guard, the Ukon, all of it. It's so important. And I want to just like sort of also presence the fact that these are problems. So many people have problems with their health and so many different types of issues that drinking this water and having EMF protection and showering in clean water that's also a mineral spa, like or the inflammation that can be decreased from taking the turmeric. There's mold problems that people have from like breathing in their homes. Like there's just so many issues that people have in their daily lives that we get to solve here with these high-end products that will last up to 30 plus years, right? So I wanted to share 2 quick stories. One is that I no I'm going to share three quick things. Thank you for bringing us back before everyone gets distracted by the numbers that are so sexy. So with the Kangen water, so one, I had chronic gut issues for my entire life. So every time I would eat food, it hurt. I let's just put it this way, I never was solid, when I would go visit the bathroom, and I just thought that was kind of normal for me. And after drinking this water, within like about a week, that all cleared up for me. And I don't have issues with my gut anymore unless I stop drinking the water, which means that that machine comes with me everywhere. You can travel with these machines. It's actually considered a medical device. So you can put it into your carry on and not have to pay for your carry on bag on the airplanes now. Awesome. And I also bring this water on the airplane for TSA. I had a situation where I grabbed a 400-degree pot and I should have had a giant blister, red mark, pain, went to the hospital, to be honest. And I put my hand inside of the 11.5, what we call strong Kangen water. And within 2 hours, it was like tingling, it was hurting, I was crying and having a rough time. I didn't have a single blister, red mark, nothing on my hand. And so, like with these machines, they actually use them in Japan in hospitals. And so they send people home with water. They have health issues. They're like, here, drink some water. Like I have the joke, if anyone watches Portlandia and they say put a bird on it, my joke is put Kangen water on it, because it's like the funniest things are actually true, because it's actually true. Literally, like I have found so many solutions of, well, this is happening, so put Kangen water on it and see what happens. And like just have seen incredible results for myself, for my friends. It's amazing. Also wanted to nerd out on the M Guard real quick because it's one of my favorite products. As someone who, like I mentioned earlier, neurodivergent, I'm very sensitive to frequencies, sound, like light, you name it. My goodness, my poor nervous system. The first time I ever plugged in the M Guard, it was like, like I almost got like this wave of relief that I haven't ever really felt before. I did not feel anxious anymore. I felt calm, and I was like, oh, maybe I don't have anxiety. Maybe I actually just have EMF sensitivity. And so this product comes with me everywhere. What it is actually doing is it's between the frequencies of 0 and 1,000 megahertz. It's actually putting out the opposite frequencies. I'll get real nerdy. It's called oh man, I told you that I got nerdy and then I forgot what it was. But anyway, it causes it's destructive interference is what it's called. You can look it up. So it causes destructive interference between 0 and 1,000 megahertz, and just like puts out the opposite frequency and just collapses everything that actually affects our body. If you are into music, bass frequencies are on the lower end. That's why you can feel it in your cells. It literally vibrates the water inside of your cells. That is what these lower frequencies that we can't see or feel like consciously are actually doing to our body. And this device takes care of that. And so I get better sleep. I have a biometric ring. And if you have one of those or you know anything about them, they give you a sleep score. My sleep score is in the 80s when I don't have that plugged in next to me because I have ADHD and I forget. However, when I have it plugged in, I'm in the high 90s for my sleep score, meaning that I get better REM, I get better deep sleep, and I wake up feeling rested, which if you don't wake up feeling rested, the combination between this product and the Kangen water like really could make an impact in your life like it has mine. Again, no guarantees. However, that's what it's done for me. All right, I'm ready to talk about numbers. Let's go. I get excited. Okay. So all of our products have a different commission that is attached to them because they're all different different prices. So they all have a different commission. What I'm going to talk about right now is our 8-point patented compensation plan. There's literally nothing like this. There's not a single compensation plan in the world that looks like ours. It's based on 8 points of the pie. So you can kind of see here, as you make more points, like it's kind of like a multiplier in like video games. So you get like 2 times the commissions, 3 times the commissions, 8 times the commissions. And, it goes from 351 all the way up to $2,808 per sale. And this is just on the Kangen machine. Well, I'll talk about it in a moment that a lot of people actually get started with multiple products, to benefit their health and their families, but also to unlock higher commissions within our compensation plan structure. So, let's see what I want to, if there's anything that I missed on this slide. Right. So then essentially how it works is, you start off at lower pointage in the beginning. Everyone's got to start somewhere, and then you're able to work your way up to making higher commissions later. I started off by making 2 times the commissions. I'm going to talk to you about how you can start making 5 times the commissions on your very first sale. Skip right ahead from that 351 all the way up to 1,755 for your first sale on a Kangen machine, depending on how you get started. It's pretty freaking exciting. So let's see. And we mentioned it before, but we pay out 57% in commissions to the distributors because we want to support as many people with their health and wealth as possible. And I will say there's a competing product actually out in the market, and it's $7,500 to $10,000. And it costs more than our product and doesn't come with this type of business plan and commission structure. And it also isn't as high quality as ours. And I had a friend who had one and it broke within its first year. And our machines last 30 years without breaking. So just saying. Let's go to the next slide. Alrighty, so we have a very special promotion going on. Like I said earlier, when I got started, there were only 3 products. I got started making 2 times the commissions. It took me 21 sales to get to the point where we're at now. So what we invite people to do is to get essentially our whole product suite plus an extra K8 ionizer, because we have about an 80% success rate when you have a second machine that you're able to actually loan out to your friends. Because a lot of people are nervous about making a larger investment. Of course, it makes sense. They don't know. They're like, I don't know. It's not like, I literally thought this was some kind of bougie weirdo filter. And I was like, only rich people can have this, is what I thought back in the day. It took me 10 years to buy my machine. It's all good. Everything's perfect. However, like, I could be having, I wouldn't have been having my gut issues for forever, and I would have been able to make more money and maybe not have to live in a car for a while. But that's just, we choose our own fate. So anyway, I digress. Well, let's get back to it. So, we've got these epic products. We show you and set you up for the best possible way to make the most commission back. So you actually make commissions by getting started with a business. So if you get started this way, you can actually make $1,883 in commissions immediately right away back into your pocket. So some people do financing with this. That means that you can take that money and put it towards your first few months of payments. Your very first sale, because of this promotion that is only going until the end of the month. So I highly recommend that you get started sooner rather than later. Like I said, you're making 5 times the commissions right away. The other fast track strategy that we had before, people make 3 times the commissions right away. And if you saw the difference in, that multiplier, it's like you can make money super fast. Normally it takes like 5 to 7 sales of, this larger product package to make your money back. Right now it's three sales to be able to make your money back. Your first 5 sales can be $30,551 in commissions. You get started this way, you make these same kind of sales, and you can get that much money. It's right into your pocket. Pretty crazy. So I don't know of any other business that you can start off, make your investment, and make 5 sales and not only be in the green, but be in profit, like for the rest of your life. Like, this isn't something where you have to keep like buying things all the time, unless you decide that you want to start with the Ukon that is on a subscription. I will be honest, because I like to be transparent. But like, other than that, like, you don't have any like rent or like, continuing to invest into things to make your own products, anything like that. And one thing I want to note here too is that I think it's even less than this, to be honest, but within somewhere between 18 to 21 sales, you can make your first 100K in commissions. I'm just going to let that land for a second. 6 figures within 21 sales. Literally don't know any other business that does that. Most businesses are in the red for their first 10 years, and you could be out of the red within your first 5 sales. Like, come on, drop a 1 if that's exciting. Alrighty, let's go to the next slide. Great. So then this is super exciting. Do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about the pack?
Oh no, go for it. I was just gonna say, there it is. That's what you were talking about, the 100K.
Exactly, totally. So, there's like, everybody has their the number in their head of what would feel good for them to create the quality of life that they want. For some people, that's 100K a year. For some, it's 250K. For some, it's 500K. For some, it's $1 million. I recommend taking a screenshot of this so that you can kind of look back. So if you're looking at this when you're actually making all 8 points, which you can get to really fast with this promotion, you make $6,714 in USD per fast track sale, which again is someone purchasing 6 products. So in order to get to $1 million, I'm just going to skip there because that's where I'm going. That's my like what I've got in my head. 154 sales per year, 13 sales a month, or 3 sales a week. To make 100K, 15 sales a year. That's like about one a month, really. Like you make one sale a month and you can make 6 figures. Or zero point 0.3 sales a week. That's barely real, but it's fine. So we'll let it slide. But, 15 sales a year, if you're wanting to increase your quality of life, like this is a really great opportunity for that. Go to I think this is my last one, which
Yeah.
is great because I'm thirsty. So, the pathway to regenerative wealth. So, this is where it gets really exciting. If you weren't excited enough about making $30,000 in 5 sales, this. So, we have, of course, different ranks. You don't have to know all these numbers, but go ahead and check out that middle one right up there, the 6A2-3. This is what we call legacy income. This is where you can make $5,000 a month for life that you can will to your children. And we teach you actually how to build multiple businesses within your one business so that you can actually get to this place faster. You can make higher commissions, you can make bigger bonuses. And some people tend to actually have multiple of these accounts that are 6A2-3. So when you reach there, you get a $25,000 bonus, $5,000 a month for life. And imagine that if you had 3 of these accounts that are doing that, then you're going to be making, and if you keep looking up, it's like, okay, 6A2-4, $10,000 a month for life, 6A2-5, $15,000 a month for life. It just keeps going up and up. And of course, like it takes work to get there. Of course, it takes dedication. Of course, it takes like being willing to learn and try uncomfortable things. But like for me, when I saw this, I knew that this is where I wanted to go. Like making $5,000 a month residually for life without really having to do much is pretty freaking epic. Yeah. So I think like, and then our essentially sort of to rewind a little bit to like sort of the first goalpost that we shoot for here is called 6A. So you're going to make title monthly and quarterly bonuses on top of any direct sales you make, on top of any sales that your team is making. Because I hope that I mentioned that like when your team makes sales, you also make a commission because you supported them. You supported them in getting into this business, inviting them into it, and helping them get started. So you get a $3,000 bonus when you get there, and it's like 101 total sales anywhere on your team. So even if you don't make all of those sales, I've got Krista on my team. When she makes sales, it helps me actually amplify myself, and it helps her, and it helps whoever she's bringing in, right? Whoever she's helping with this water and this mission. It's really a beautiful and very generous business model.
Mhm.
Krista's turn. Yay.
Yeah. So to introduce you to the digital era, this is the platform that automates and educates everyone on our team. It's designed to give you the tools, the resources, and the systems to be a successful Enagic distributor. So this is made specifically for people who are Enagic distributors. And what we have inside, I already mentioned a couple of these things. We have the sales team. Those are the people that do the calls for us. We have custom sales pages and funnels that are created for us. Even the slides for this presentation were made for us on the digital era. Um, there's courses for education for every season of your business, every category of business. There's exclusive master classes. There's mentorships with top leaders in the digital marketing industry. We have leading experts coming in to teach us all the time. We have various different events, live and in person, or that's the same thing, online and in person, and so much more, honestly. This is just the tip of the iceberg, but this is really the platform that allows our business to be so easeful and for so much of it to be done for us. And we get to just kind of plug in and ride the wave. And here's a fun slide that shows you how we actually make sales with the digital era and with the magic on social media. So it's really simple. We start by creating content online, like we said, creating a bit of a personal brand on your page, either social media or ads. And then someone gets invited to a masterclass just like this. If they're interested in what you're doing, what you're sharing, then they can watch a masterclass and learn more. And then from there, they can book a discovery call with one of our independent product advisors. And that's complimentary to them, of course, and they get to learn more from there. And we also have some discovery videos because we're all about education. And I don't know about you, but I like to, when I make a decision, really be thoroughly educated in that choice and to make sure it's the right choice for me. So this is what we provide for you, an extra discovery session that has just a couple of short videos that you get to learn a little bit more to really see if it's a good fit. And then once you decide, which products you want, which package you want to start with, then you get to do the investment and choose your products in your pathway and get started. And then you get to launch your business. And that's what we do on the platform. We have step-by-step trainings that show you exactly how to run your business. You don't have to have any skills or talents to start. Trust me, there's so many people who have no experience in tech or sales or anything like that. And it's totally fine because we show you step by step if you're willing to go through our guides. And we also have mentorship. So it's not all DIY going through the courses on your own. We also have mentorships, sometimes from top leaders, sometimes from people like me and Anadria. We come in and we will guide you and teach you. There's always different mentorships happening in this space to really leverage you and your skills and ability to make the most sales and make the most impact in this space, because I have to say everyone here is so supportive and we all want to see everyone win. So we're here to help. And one thing we didn't even mention is that there's all the teams have meetups and huddles and things too. So there's so much that happens within your little groups and your little family tribe that you get to support each other through everything. There's always someone has a gift and a skill and an ability, and we're always helping each other out. So that's something that I really love about this space. So your next step to discover what you want to do here with Enagic, your path, what's right for you, is you're going to want to reach out for the link. So whoever invited you, they can send you a link to book a call. And you can ask them about that, about taking their next step. And then from there, you can book your complimentary discovery call. This is a great opportunity again to just ask some questions and really dive deep into what's best for you, because the product advisor is there to assist. So once you figure out what it is that you're wanting to do for your next step, we can help you get started. And of course, watch the discovery videos to really learn and be educated on the benefits of the Enagic products, because these are incredible life-changing products and you're going to fall in love with them. So we really want to make sure that, you're well informed and then from there get started. And we're so happy and excited to support you in that next process. So that's it. It's pretty simple. If this is feeling right for you, this is what the next steps are. And I'll pass it to you and Adria.
Yay. And then for our fast action takers, if you get started within this space within the next 10 days, you are going to get access to a 4-week mentorship for free. So this is a $5,000 value. I will share with you that I have worked with coaches. I have spent $1,000 a month on mentorship for, group calls and not as much, I get a lot of support. However, not as much as we actually offer within this space. You get a group chat, you get leaders who have gone before you, who can hold your hand and lovingly hold you accountable and really create a solid foundation and ongoing mentorship so that you're able to really launch your business and launch your life in the best possible way. And I think maybe we mentioned, but we have an entire school community where every single step by step, how to launch your business, how to get it done, like there's no guesswork here. And if you're a little confused, that's what we have the mentorship for, so that we can hold you through those different things. And I'll share too that on the team calls that we do, we'll have things come up and then we'll all do an EFT session on it. If you don't know what EFT is, it's a somatic practice where you're tapping on your meridian points and you're moving through your emotions so that you can, because like it's our past, our the stuff. If you're noticing there's things coming up right now, there probably is. You might be like, oh my God, I don't want to even know how much this is. You might be freaking out. No, 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 no. We're just going to tap right here on the chest. This is what the monkeys do. Actually, they just tap on their chest for a reason. Thank you for joining us in the tapping mouse. I love you so much. Um, and so, it's really cool to be able to offer the other gifts that I have as a leader to support you and being able to like move through all these subconscious patterns and wounds and society and parent stuff and be able to really like show up in the best way and stop doing self-sabotage because that is just such a big thing that happens for people is like self-sabotage. I self-sabotage for a very, very long time. That's why I lived in a car at some point. And I'm done doing that. And I hope you are too. And if you're ready to be done with that, you're in the right place. I could have the next
Yeah,
slide.
I love that you brought
Yeah.
that up. I just want to chime in and reiterate, yeah, that our mentorship is obviously very business focused, but we do a lot of personal work too, because that's what comes up when we're expanding as people. So I love that we're held and supported in all of that too.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And
And then the last piece here that I'll share is some incredible people from our community. These are leaders within the space who literally all of them like pretty much came from nothing in one way or another. So Louise Millman, when I watched a masterclass like the one here today, I watched her story and it blew my mind because she has the dream life that I want. I say she's my spirit animal sometimes because, like, I just absolutely adore this woman. So, she was actually in a low ticket MLM selling essential oils. The most that she ever made was like $3,000 in a month. And, like, at this point, she's actually had 6-figure months. She was able to put the down payment on her 26-acre permaculture property with just 1 month of sales. At this point, they're building a hempcrete castle. She was able to get her husband to come home from the military and be able to stay home and be a present father. So they're like raising their kids on the land and growing food. And it's just so beautiful. And she's a freedom fighter. Absolutely love her. And like, honestly, I cried when I heard her story because that is what I want. And that is what I'm working towards. And I'm growing food in my backyard here. I will own my own land thanks to this business. I'm just saying that right now. I know for a fact that that's where I'm headed. Brooke March is an absolutely amazing leader here. She she still is a homeschooling mom. She was actually in the coaching industry. She did like conscious parenting coaching, but it was that same kind of like, day to day grind, finding clients, burnout, hustle. She was actually $57,000 in debt when she found this space, and she was able to pay it off in 3 months. Again, no guarantees. However, this is what has happened for other people. And right now, she's like working like 1 to 2 days a week. I talked about her earlier. She's the one who went to Bali for 3 months and made money without touching her business or being online or doing anything while she was healing from her divorce. So this woman, absolutely amazing. And then there's Clint. So Clint was actually a personal trainer. He was like trying to figure out something. He wanted to make his own water business, like make his own product. And he was honestly living with his mom at 32. There's a whole joke about him living in the basement, but we won't even go there. But I guess I just did. So anyway, he was just kind of in this place of like he was also living on government assistance in Australia. I don't know what it's called, but I know that he was in a really rough place. And then he got started, with us, of course, and now he gets to be a present dad. He owns a retreat space in Australia. He's had the freedom to take time off when his brother passed away and live life on his own terms. And I know that him and his wife Christy, they were literally like she was like living in her car. She had a raw food cafe that was like failing. She was like sleeping on friends' couches. All of her employees were making more money. She had adrenal fatigue. The water has helped her so much. And they've just really, like, within a year of really like going all in this business, they were able to make their first 7 figures and really completely change their life around. So, that is so exciting. I hope that these stories like really inspire you to just see what is absolutely possible. And I think we've got one more slide. So, if that's feeling exciting, what we want you to do is reach out to the person who invited you into this masterclass. Book your call and complete the discovery portal. If you book your call within like get off this call, book your call right away. We actually have another bonus for you as well that we can send your way. That's a $99 value. We did it was a womb wealth activation. So it was like this really beautiful opportunity to drop into yourself and really amplify your frequency. So we'll give you that and maybe another bonus if we're feeling frisky. So go ahead and book your call, complete the discovery process, and your life on purpose is here. So now's the time. Let's go. So excited to see you on the other side. Oh, I guess I would stop the recording, huh? Somehow technical
We
difficulties.
good?
This will be
Thank
really
you everyone for being here. Oh, it was so beautiful to have all of you here, and your participation means so much. And yeah, such a joy to share what we have here. It's so special and so excited for our new teammates and the new goddesses that we get to travel the world with and change the world with. So very excited.
And on that note, we'll see you on the other side.
Blessings.